There are important matters to discuss.
Hello sinne ruudun toiselle puolelle. Se on tohtori 90 täällä ja jatketaan Baldur's Gate 3 ja tämän session toista videota, jossa viime kerralla vedettiin Ketheric Thornia turpaan ja hän sitten menehtyi siitä. Ja sitten samalla saatiin vielä tietoa, että tässä on vielä 2 muutakin vilainia mukana. Eli Gortash, joka oli itse asiassa joka Karla tuntee henkilökohtaisesti, eli Karla oli Gortashin henkivartija, kunnes sitten hän antoi sen Zarielille.
Make haste. I would have words with you.
Ja sitten Orin the Red, ja viime videossa mä mainitsin myös, ketä heitä ääninäyttelee, eli Gortashia ääninäyttelee Jason Isaac, joka on tunnettu Harry Potter-elokuvien Lucius Malfoyn roolista, ja Orin the Redin äänenä toimii Maggie Robertson, eli tuo Resident Evil The Villagein Lady Dimitrescu, eli se 3-metrinen naikkonen. Mutta Withersilla on meillä asia, joten lähdetään juttelemaan, mitä asiat sillä on.
The shadows yet fester. The dead three united under cover of darkness. The balance shifts. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do illithids possess souls?
Do illithid possess souls? Mä vaan halus kyllä sanoa mitään törkeätä, mutta... These abominations are soulless, surely.
Correct.
Noniin.
Yet, the three amass an illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? This is the question thou must come to answer. Until such time, be availed of my services.
Okei, mä sain siltä vaan vähän pieniä vinkkejä vaan, että... I'm surprised to see you. Why are you here?
Where matters of balance are concerned, I am eternally cold.
Okay. You seems to know a lot about the Death Tree.
Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness, Baal, Lord of Murder, Merkel, Lord of Bones. Once judged, ascended, then vanquished as one and as three. The alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake, and the gods shudder.
Okay. Speak plainly. Isn't there more you can tell me?
No.
Aha, selvä. No, ei mitään. Leave. Sitten jutellaan näille muille. Dame Alwyn.
Helen!
Isobel.
Isabel! My love. You were dead. I saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer. I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo.
I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead.
His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right?
I will be. And you?
In this moment, I want for nothing.
Hmm?
Ah, there you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is...
Joo, mä tiedän, ketä sä oot.
Oh, but we have met.
Kyllä.
This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father.
May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later?
Totta kai. You'll be most welcome. Totta kai.
We look forward to it.
You there, Sharon. By the fires of your camp's hearth, we will discuss all we must.
Aha.
I'll be ready. Whatever you have to say had better be worth your life.
Aha, Shadowheartilla jotain asiaa.
Now you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Aelin! We'll see you later.
Selvä. Sitten Halsin, onko sulla jotain sanomista?
You prevailed, my friend. Now your path takes you to Baldur's Gate. But I cannot join you. Out there the curse still thrives. I failed this place. Now I must remain behind and stand watch over it.
Okay. I'm sorry things didn't turn out differently.
The same. I had hoped I might have been able to stay by your side, to help however I could. But the Oak Father has spoken. My place is here.
Ymmärrän. Se Shadow Curse. Totta. Me olisi pitänyt varmaan se Shadow Curse ottaa hoittuun, mutta se oli sivutehtävä ja mä tuun vaan keskittyä pelkästään tähän päätarinaan. Eli nyt meidän seuraava journey on sitten tuonne Baldur's Gateille. Rescue Grand Duke. Mutta nyt kun me ollaan täällä, niin lähdetään tuonne leirille. Tehdään long resti tähän väliin. Ja Willillä on jotain asiaa. Tuu isästä varmaan.
With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure, we're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun.
Eli maailman pelastus, joo. Misora says you can set... No, niin kuin me käytiin vapauttaa se Misora sieltä vankilasta, niin... Mikä oli just siellä Mindflayerilla. Misora says you can say what led to the pact and exile. It is time I know the whole truth. Yes, but first, a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it? Okei, mä taisin klikata nyt silleen, että... I'd give my life if it meant keeping the residents safe.
As would I. And more. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the cult of the dragon made its move.
Okei, safe failed religion, eli Cult of the Dragon olisi ollut. What's the Cult of Dragon? I've never heard of them. Note and let Will continue his story. Mä en halua keskeyttää tätä.
A 10 day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened.
Okay. Allow Will to share his memory with you.
In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. The first of Tiamat's 5 heads. As the maelstrom howls, Mizora's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
Okay.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city.
Okay. Surely Mizora doesn't care about Baldur's Gate. Why would she want to save it?
She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizora's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie.
Okay. Sacrificing your soul to save the city was a brave thing to do.
I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis.
Okay.
The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. When we were done, all that remained were 5 greyed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed.
Okay. Is that how you lost your eye in the battle with the cult of the dragon?
It is the one scar I ever bore of it. Mizora replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world or the depths of the lower dark and still never shake her.
Okay. And what about your father, the Grand Duke?
He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mizora had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word. Go. So I did.
Okay. We'll return to this subject later.
I understand.
Okay. The Absolute's cult have Ravengard. Where will they take him?
Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them.
What do you know about Gortash and Orin?
Orin? I'd never heard tell of. But Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these Chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like.
Okei. No, väliin vaan. Sulla ei ole mitään muuta sanottavaa. Sitten mä teen tällaisen jutun, että Lazel. Otas tämä. Vaihdetaan näitä paikkoja. Very heavy. Ja tää tulee Carlahille käyttöön heti. Oikeastaan tähän. Just in case. Kirves on siinä. Siinä siis on tämä. Mä nimittäin nyt kun tuossa mietin, niin ei, se oli tuo J niinku journal. The Pale Elf. Travel the road to Baldur's Gate. Raphael left without Astarion speaking to him. Whatever Astarion's questions were. Where. Joo. Selvä. Sitten. No teillä on asia. Mutta
Can't give up now.
Can't give up now. No ei. Tulee jotain kysyttävää. Itse asiassa mä voisin puhua Leiselle, että se jäisi nyt tänne.
Greetings.
No greetings itsellesi. Wait me for the camp.
Shook. You believe you can survive without me?
Totta kai. I'm not arguing. Remain here.
As you say, do not keep me waiting.
Ei. Nyt Leisellä ei ole meidän ei ole enää mukana, mutta otetaan Astarion nyt mukaan seuraavaksi.
Just like that hulking bear to stomp off in a huff. I swear, druids care more about the plants of this land than the people.
Okay. I need you in my party. Will you travel with us?
Darling, I thought you'd never ask. Lead on.
Noniin. Mutta Astarion sai nyt aika paljon tulla leveliä kyllä, että nyt katsotaan sitä vähän nopeasti. Koska ilmeisesti Rogue level 2. No johan tulee nyt sit pisteitä. Ja muistaakseni 7 päästiin. Ja mä tuossa mietin, että mikä sille hänestä voisi tulla, niin hänestä voi tulla ihan puhdas assassini. Koska, no, assassinit, nehän on semmosia todella yllätyksellisiä kavereita. Ja koska tää on myös vampyyri, niin... Dual wielder kyllä kävisi sille ihan hyvin. Eli 2 daggeria käteen sitten ihan hyvin. You can use 2 weapon fighting even you cannot dual heavy weapons. Eli daggerit molempiin käsiin. Level 5 rogue, mitä sä saat. Class feature. Uncanny dodge. Use your lightning quick reflex to protect yourself. When an attack hits you, you only take half usual damage. No tää itse asiassa käy ihan hyvin tälle. Rogue level 6. Okei, skillei. No deception ja persuasion ei oo kyllä sun juttu, joten saat olla akrobaattinen, oho, aika paljonkin. Ja perception, eli tarkkaavainen. Koska me lähdetään Baldur's Gatea kohti, niin siellä voi olla vähän secretteja. Rogue level 7, mitä sä saat sitten? Joku class feature. Evasion. No niin, evasioni. Loitsuukin voi sitten dotkettaa. No niin, se oli aika nopea. Eli nyt meillä on Baldun lisäksi Shadowheart, Carla ja Astarion. Mutta teillä oli jotain asiaa mulle.
What do you know about me? You spoke of my past. Being chased by wolves. I told no one about that. Almost no one. But I certainly didn't share that with you.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget.
I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shah's...
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets than she does her devotees.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain. His, inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to 2 others. Someplace distant. Let me help you remember.
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own. You know this sensation. She wants you to see whatever is about to be revealed.
Okay, open your mind to that sensation.
Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere.
Menneisyydessä taas. Siis... Nää on ne Sharin nuo. Siis se susi ei ollutkaan ihan mikä tavallinen susi vai tommonen druidi. Ja kuka on maskin takana? Ei näyttänyt. Olisiko se ollut Night Song itse? Tuon maskin takana. Menneisyydessä.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
Oliko se sen isä?
My father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
Sun vanhemmat on elossa.
It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
My parents. I need to save them.
No justiisa. No totta kai. I'll help.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies
Eli
now.
Shar on nyt meidän
You have
vihollinen.
been forewarned for what is to come. But not yet forearmed.
The Spear of the Night. I thought that was the cast into the Shadowfell.
I was able to retrieve it before it sank too far into Shar's umbral domain. Shar is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. But I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shar calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Shar torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
Okei. Eli Shadowheart sai takas tuon Selûne's Knights of the Spearin. Itse asiassa tuli mulle. Legendaarinen. Itse asiassa Shadowheart. Ota se sitteles käyttöön. Sinähän sitä tarvitsetkin nyt jo. Koska mä en voi spierei käyttää. Mitäs tää muuten tekee? Shalloon's Blessing. Your advances on Wisdom, Saving Throws and Perception checks. Noniin. No sit se oli ihan ok ottaa tollanen. Jutelas vielä teille.
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd become. By killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me.
Oh. You and Aelin seems to have a lot of history. What happened?
A great deal. But still, some of the details elude me. Ketheric Thorm was my father.
Ihan se sanokin.
He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight?
Okei, nyt voi käyttää pari juttu. Love, lust, early.
This was different. It was like I could see my fate in her eyes. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped.
It became the chosen of Mercule.
I didn't know that then, but I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land. My home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what.
Understandable.
It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing. Rest. I'm grateful for your help. Your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long. But I'm grateful for a safe place to... well... just to be.
Okei. Onks sulla eilen mitään kysyttävää?
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer.
What is it?
Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last. My mate, most high. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well, and return to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the wicked one.
I couldn't have done it without you.
We are a powerful party indeed. Faerun itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it.
Yes. There is still a great deal about you I don't know.
Pray, ask, and I will tell.
You and Isabel seems to have a lot of history.
A century of it by now. I loved her from the moment I beheld her sweet face. Her great, wise eyes. Her father Ketheric never did trust me. He did not fancy an immortal for his daughter's paramour. When she died, curse the day, the hour. We each of us mourned bitterly. But Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while.
Okay.
But lo, the brute is dead, and we live!
Hyvin sanottu. Are you really Saloon's daughter?
Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb.
Would your mother will be willing to aid us in the fight against the Death Tree?
Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aelin. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder.
Okei. Leave. Tuossa kävikin vain mielessä nyt yhtäkkiä, kun miettiskelee, niin examinoitetaan, niin, koska tää on Aasimar, eli tällainen jumalatar, tai jumalahahmo, niin luulisin, että Larian Studios saattaa ehkä tehdä DLC tästä pelistä, jolla siitä saadaan uusi hahmoluokka, tai oikeastaan rotu, Aasimari. Oot sä ihminen, Isabel? High Half Elf. Okei. Joo, tässä on mennyt yli puoli tuntia nyt vaan pelkästään keskusteluissa, niin voi olla, että nyt me voidaan jättää sitten tämän session toinen video vaan näihin keskusteluihin vaan. Karlahilla on tullut uusia animaatioita, mutta kuin se seisoo paikallaan.
Poor Shadowheart. She's been jerked around so much. I want to believe the gods keep this world balanced, but sometimes I wonder.
Okay. Tell me more about your relations with Cortash. Voi olla, että voi nyt tulla vähän huutamista. Päästään höyryä ulos. Siis näillä on jotain historiaa näitä on Karlahilla ja Cordashilla.
He got his claws into me early.
Ei tullut.
I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just... it felt like a good fit. I kept him safe, and he paid me well. Well enough to move my folks into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future. I respected him. Trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zariel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. One minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil bastard.
No, Cortash saa sen sitten, sekin saa miekasta kylkeä. Mutta lähdetään go to bed. Napataan se reppu, mikä nyt napatti sieltä korttosilta, niin. Okei, tässä ei tapahdu mitään. Okei, Shadowheartilla näkyy jotain asiaa. Taas jälleen kerran. Tai oikeastaan ei taas vaan. Tai nyt sanotaan, että... No taas. Itse asiassa ne nyt näköjään häippäsi jo ne 2 tästä.
I've been lied to. My whole life. And I was gullible enough to just believe it. My parents are alive and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me.
Okay. We've been forced to live a lie. At least now the truth is starting to reveal itself.
Indeed. But the truth may yet prove painful. Who knows what Shah still keeps from me? We'd better press on for now, and hope we're ready when the moment comes. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to.
And what's that?
You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me.
Okay. Leave. Ja... Aha, nyt te tulitte tähän.
Be gone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
Joo. You should join my camp permanently. We can fight the powers of evil together.
Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the chosen of Bane and Baal. I will do my part to see them laid low.
Okay. Entäs Isobel?
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest. It's been a long century.
Okei. No, sitten lähdetään pois täältä leiriltä. Leave camp, siitä. Jatketaan seikkailua.
Given your own nature, are you really the one to judge?
Ja nyt me kai lähdetään sitten pois täältä. Joo, travel to Baldur's Gate. Eli me lähdetään sinne, mutta... Katsotaanpas. Ui, nyt kyllä pätkäs kyllä tästä kohtaa. Mutta täällähän on... Harpperit on täällä kuolleena. Aika paljonkin harppereita. Mitäs täällä on tapahtunut?
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive. Thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric. But Ketheric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies.
I already have allies.
You have the makings of a leader. Your actions have already inspired those around you. But if we are to succeed, we will need others.
Okay. Will be there anyone left when we arrive in the city?
Even if the buildings are demolished, there are always survivors. There are always those who will fight. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause. Together, we will put an end to the Absolute, the Chosen, all.
Okei. Selvä. Ei muuta kuin eteenpäin, kukas se siellä seisoo. Weary Dark Traveler. Okei. Weary Traveler.
I should speak up. Ketheric may be gone, but the shadows remain. On our guard.
Ei sä vaan oot, okei. Tolle mä oon kerran jutellutkin. Tolle velholle. Elikkä se Shadow Curse on edelleen täällä päällä, mutta mitäs täältä pääsee nyt tuonne Baldur's Gateen päin? Elikkä tuonne pitää mennä. Täälläkin on vähän lisää sivutehtäviä ja muistaakseni täällä oli yksi sivutehtävä, kun pelasin yhdessä kohtaa itse omalla ajallaan, niin toisella hahmolla. Niin. Follow the Githyankin map. No me mennään nyt sinne näitten kimppuun. Nyt se Leisel nyt saa varmaan lähteä sitten menee täältä. Koska nyt meillä on Astarionin messissä, niin... Mutta me tehdään nyt sillain, että nyt tämän session toinen video oli vaan pelkkää vähän keskustelua enimmäkseen, niin ensi kerralla me lähdetään sitten tänne kohtaan, eli Baldur's Gatea kohti, eli mihin tämä pelin nimi juontaa. Joten mä tuun tekemään tässä offscreenissa sitten vähän sivutehtäviä, että saadaan vähän leveliä lisää ja experiencea lisää, niin jep, ja olikos täällä? Joo, Githyankiin me ei lähdetä, eli tää alue pitää vielä tutkia lävitse, ja mä tuun tekemään sen sitten omalla ajalla, niin tässä offscreenissä ennen kuin lähdetään tuonne kohtaan sitten kävelemään. Mutta tehdään tähän tallennus, ja tähän me voidaan päättää tämän session toinen video, ja sitten ensi kerralla jatketaan sitten jostakin kohtaa sitten, katson vaan mikä sivutehtävä täällä vielä oli muistaakseni, kun pelasin toisella hahmolla omalla ajallani. Holy Fire, mitäs se tekee? Oi, älä siihen mene. Okei, eli tuleen ei saa koskea. Vaikka se onkin pyhää, niin ei saa koskea siihen. Mutta joo, meikäläinen tulee sitten tekemään niin, että katson, onko täällä jotain sivutehtäviä tehtävänä. Mä tuun tekemään ne siinä offscreenillä, ja sitten kun kaikki täältä on sitten tehty, niin voidaan sitten jatkaa tuonne Baldur's Gatea kohti. Eli seuraavalla kerralla lähdetään sinne kohtaan, joten se on morjesta, moi!